What is up, Sherdoggers? This is Tudo Leonte, and today I have the pleasure to talk with UFC welterweight fighter, Mr. Jason Witt. Hello, Jason. Welcome back on Sherdog. How are you today?
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I'm doing well, man. Just I'm at work in between clients and just kind of running through the day.
Thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview. Where are you right now? Are you in the gym?
Yeah, so I own my own personal training studio, and so I'm there right now. A little bit of equipment everywhere.
That looks very good. And how is business going?
Business is good. So like we opened up at the midst of COVID a couple years ago in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, like as soon as where I live opened back up again, we opened the gym back up. But it's just small studio, so like people feel a little more comfortable coming here than at a big, more corporate gym. Little less space, a little less people, so you're not worried about catching COVID as much or something like that. So really kind of benefited us a little bit to kind of open up when that happened.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it was quite a brave choice to open an activity amidst a global pandemic.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. You know what? It was either I open the gym or I don't have a job. And at the time, I just wasn't about that, and financially, I didn't want to do that. So I just took the risk, and it paid off. And I think 2020 was kind of just a year of risk for me. I mean, I took a fight on 48 hours notice. I opened a gym. I bought a house, like all this stuff that was just kind of risky at the time. It's paid off now.
Well, best of luck going forward.
Man, thank you.
You are coming off a majority decision against Bryan Barberena after a slugfest back in July. What do you recall from that fight and from that crazy last round?
And it was one of those fights that was it kind of defined my career at the time. Going into that fight, it was either I could retire because I'd be 1-3 in the UFC. If I lost the fight, I would retire. I didn't want to go back to a local scene, but I ended up winning the fight. Got a $50K bonus and got a new contract. So it really just kind of defined like my whole career right there. Just kind of moved my career forward. Man, it was one of the craziest fights I've ever been in. It's one of the craziest fights I know a lot of people have been a part of or watched. But it really just kind of showed me. I didn't know if I could. I figured every round, like I figured round 3 was gonna be 1, 2, and 3. Like I thought the whole fight was gonna be madness the whole time because that's how Barberena fights. That's how he is. But I didn't know if I had that in me. So to find out after the fight that like I could go through that and I could take a punch and I had the heart and like I know I have heart, I know I'm strong, I know that stuff, but like I didn't know if I had that round 3 in me to get through that. It kind of just showed me that I have that in me.
So did I get it right? You were on the verge of retirement in case of if you lost that fight?
Yeah, man. If I lost it, that was my 4th fight in the UFC. I would have been 1-3 in the UFC, and I'm pretty sure I would have gotten cut if I would have lost that fight. And that was just kind of a defining moment. I don't want to go back to like fighting local scenes. I'm not very young anymore. I'm a 35-year-old man. So yeah, at that point, like if I lost that fight, that was kind of the end of my career. But it turned out to be kind of the pinnacle of my career and moving forward.
What do you think about the judge who scored that fight, even who give you a draw?
Whatever drugs that guy is on, I will take 2. I don't know. I didn't understand it when they said it. I didn't understand. I still don't understand. If they give him a 10-8 round in round 3, they have to give me a 10-8 round in round 2 because I dropped him twice. I almost submitted him. I beat him up. I took him down. I don't know how they give him a 10-8 round and not be a 10-8 round. So the draw just didn't make sense to me.
After that fight, I guess here, your contract was renewed, right?
Yeah. Yep. New contract.
And are you happy with your new contract?
Yeah, man, it's more money. The money goes up every time too. So I really can't complain about that. It's more money than I've ever made fighting my entire life. So I really have no complaints with it. I'm just happy to have a new contract and still fighting.
So for you, it will be, I mean, your MMA career, it will last as long as your UFC career lasts, right? I mean,
yeah,
you seem to imply this earlier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the UFC has always been the goal. I always wanted to fight in the UFC. I'm never one of those people who's like, I want to be a UFC champion. I just wanted to fight in the UFC. I wanted to fight in the highest aspect of the sport. And I've gotten there, and I want to continue to be successful in that. And that was my goal. And I've reached that, but I just want to keep going. Yeah, I don't want to go back to fighting local scenes. It's not my thing.
Your next chance, to keep your momentum going on is when you will take on Mr. Philip Rowe on February the 5th. How was your camp in preparation for this fight?
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's a long camp. It really has. We asked for this fight right after the Barberena fight. Like the night that I fought Barberena, we asked for that fight. We were supposed to fight November 13th, and Phil got hurt or something. I don't know exactly what happened. But they rescheduled the fight. So camp's been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but that just gave me more time to prepare and get my body ready and mentally prepare for the fight ahead.
You have been training at Glory MMA, right?
Yep. Yeah, I've been there for 6-7 years, somewhere around there. Who
have you been sparring with?
Yeah, we got a lot of people. I usually put in a lot of work with Julian Marquez. A lot of his guys are kind of similar to me, and a lot of my guys are similar to him. We put in a lot of work together. I've been training with Joseph Holmes, who just fought 2 weeks ago, last weekend, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, just training with him. He's very, very similar to Philip Rowe, but obviously an 85er. We got a couple guys in the gym that are tall and lengthy. Ryan Linninger, he's been a huge training partner for this fight. He's also tall, lengthy, and I'm just trying to emulate pretty much Phil Rowe in the gym, and I think I've really done that really well.
What do you think about your next opponent stylistically?
Yeah, stylistically, man, he creates some problems. He really does. He's long, he's tall, and for me that does create some problems. But a lot of his holes, his weaknesses are really what I excel in. And I really believe that when I get in the cage and I put him against the cage and I take him down and hold him down and pressure him, I really think I'm going to break him and beat him that way. He's a good fighter. He has good jiu-jitsu. He has good striking. He really does. But I think all around, I'm just better than he is.
So I was going to ask you something else. I don't know if you noticed it, but you seem to fight every time Mr. Sean Strickland is headlining an event.
I know.
How about that?
I don't know how that happens, but it's either I'm on the same card as Sean Strickland. I've been on 2 fights now, but I'm also on the same card as Uriah Hall. Like I've been on my win against one of my wins was when Uriah Hall fought Anderson Silva.
Cole Williams,
yeah.
I believe.
He fought Anderson Silva. That was one of the fights, and then he fought the Barberena fight. He was the main event too, Uriah Hall. So I fight with Uriah Hall and I fight with Sean Strickland. That's just the cards they put me on.
So the card on which you are fighting is headlined by the clash between Jack Hermansson and Sean Strickland. Who is your pick for this fight?
Man, I'm not a super fan of Sean Strickland. He seems kind of douche to me, but that's just my personal opinion. But I think he beats Hermansson. I think Hermansson's not going to be able to take him down. I think Strickland's just too much of a pressure fighter and has a good jab, good stand up. But I don't think Hermansson's going to be able to take him down and submit him where he needs to be. I don't see Hermansson knocking him out or like that. So I think his only really tool is to get him to the ground and submit him. But it's going to be hard to do against Strickland.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but didn't you called out Max Griffin after your latest victory?
Yeah, I did. I'm one of those guys that I like fight of the nights. I like the I don't like the hard fights. They're not fun, but excuse me.
No worries.
Yeah, I think he would have been a fun fight. I think he'd be a fun matchup. Stylistically, I think it'd be fun. Just kind of a barn burner of a fight like the Barberena fight was. But I kind of just threw that out there. I didn't really put any thought behind it or aspect behind it. I didn't really think it would happen. It was just kind of I threw out there what I'd like to do, and my management system was like, hey, we want to go a different route, and I kind of listened to them and what they were going to do.
I know that he's now scheduled to face Neil Magny in March. Yeah. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I got Neil Magny, man. He's good. He's been around for a while. Has a lot of experience. Tall and lengthy. He's good, man. I think Neil Magny will kind of put him away.
Okay. The last time you competed, you walked out to 50 Cent's Hustler's Ambition.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the story about the song?
Yeah, man. So a couple years ago, I was at my gym. I have a personal training boot camp at 5 o'clock and 6 a.m. So I was waking up at 4 a.m. pretty much Monday through Friday, and it was running me down. And there was just one day, it's probably about a month before one of the fights. I think it was a month before the Cole Williams fight, and I was just run down. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to train. I wanted to go right back to bed. But I went to work anyways. And on my way there, Hustler's Ambition came on. And I was like, it just pumped me up, and I was like, man, if you can wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get me going for the rest of the day, that's a song that I should be walking out to. And I walked out to that song, and it just felt good, and that's kind of where we just stuck with it. Are
you going to use the same song this time?
I don't know. I kind of have a couple other songs. I usually just go by like what mood I feel good in. There's a couple other songs I think I'm going to go with. We might go with that. I don't know. It just depends.
Would you like to tell us the other two if you want, obviously?
I'm really digging Nas right now. He has a song called Get Down, and it's just it plays at the gym all the time, and it's just one of the songs I really like. It's an old school song, and I dig it.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to wait to hear your choice.
I haven't made a decision yet. I don't know who to walk out to either.
No worries. No, I wasn't implied that I want to hear it right now. So Jason, before I let you go, do you have any last message?
No, man. I appreciate having me on. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time, sir. Best of luck with your upcoming fight, and hopefully I'll hear again from you in the future. Hopefully.
Let's do an interview after I win.
Best of luck with that, and have a nice day.
Awesome, man. Take it easy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.